You're watching Real Talk with Myron Mitchell.
Welcome back. Real Talk with Myron Mitchell, and I have my homeboy Courtney Wise from fitness. You know what I mean? I know him from the gym and other aspects, you know, understand? But today we're going to talk about men's fitness and difference between different exercises, different endurances, and different things, even AI related exercises and things. So, welcome to the show.
So, man, thank you for having me.
For
Happy to
sure,
be here.
for sure,
You
for
know,
sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
happy to know you.
For for years, for years, men have been chasing size in the gym.
Mhm.
How big can I get?
Right.
Now it's pretty much changed. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we're going with different exercises to
Mhm.
get different results
Right.
because we evolve as a
Mhm.
fitness, as men, as going to the gym. Things evolve. But what have you seen your line of work, personal fitness, that is changing in the fitness world, or exercising like the high rocks?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. High rocks is high rocks, right? That's something new. It actually started overseas in 2017, but a lot of people is doing it. I guess it's a thing, but it's never going to beat, good old fashioned going to the gym, grinding, working hard, lifting heavy weights, you know what I mean? So it's never going to beat that, but it is a thing. It is a thing. And not to take away from it, it's a thing. It works. People like it. People enjoy it. It will get you in shape. But for me personally, it's not nothing that I'll partake in, I won't say I won't partake in it. I might try it. You know what I mean? But all it is just burpees, wall throws with the medicine ball, sled pushes, sled pulls.
Right.
So it's pretty much just high endurance exercises, and it's like back to back to back to back to back. But I think people who are into that is just more or less, you know, for endurance purposes. It's not strength training. Yeah, no, it's not to build muscle. It's more like a glorified cardio exercise.
Okay.
So it's a lot better than just treadmill.
Running.
Yeah, it's a lot better than just biking, on a stationary bike machine. So that's all it is. It's just glorified cardio for me. Not knocking it or anything like that. It's great for people who enjoy it, but for me personally, and I think I'll go ahead and even speak on behalf of other guys who's in the gym pumping iron, trying to get muscles. It's not good for them either. It's something fun to try, but just not nothing to do long term.
Okay. Question: when did your journey start? For your fitness journey of having a better body?
My fitness journey for me started at the very end of COVID. And I think it was just, I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. One time I was at the Halloween store. We were getting costumes for a trick or treat. And I think one of my daughter's boyfriends was in there.
Mm.
But he told my daughter I could take your dad.
Mm.
So for me, I was like, yeah, it's time to get big. So, because I only have one daughter, and I'm her first line of defense for everything. You know what I mean? So at one point in time, I was what? I'm 43 now. I think I was about 35, 36.
And that
And I was 150 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
150 pounds, you feel me? So I was like, yeah, no, to me, bro. I gotta get my weight up. I gotta get my muscle up because ain't no man gonna date my daughter and tell my daughter, I think I can take your dad.
Wow.
It was a game changer, bro.
Eye opener.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Yeah, I've never had that, but I have a daughter, so I would,
Right.
Yeah. If I heard that, I probably would too. And and I'm not gonna lie, that sparks, my
Yeah, man.
going in the gym too. When sometimes I can get there, but in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah,
Right.
I probably need to be, a little bit bigger than what I am.
I feel you. I feel you.
And you gotta always stay prepared. You know what
Yeah,
they say?
man. Stay alert, stay alive.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
always.
That's it. So moving along, what do you do now? Are you personal training anybody right now? Are you doing any type of personal training, or is it all you just do because you do create content, correct?
Yeah. I do create content, and y'all can check out my social media stuff. It'll be up later. Drops Out Fitness everywhere. IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Simple as that. But I do personal training for now. The hardest part is, I guess, just, trying to find places to do the personal training at. You know what I mean? Because unless you work for the gym, you really can't train anybody there.
Right.
They'll kick you out. So for now, I think I'm just focused on, training people that are close to me, people that I trust, people that I love, my best friends, my brothers, family members and things like that. But I guess my way of training people now is just through my content, being able to make good content, being able to make good tutorials, that way people can check out my form, see how I'm doing it and things.
I saw one of your videos in bench press.
Yeah.
Was the form, how you were talking about don't bounce it off your chest.
Yeah. Don't cheat.
Because you're cheating yourself.
Yeah, don't cheat.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Don't cheat.
A lot of people, need certain tutorials because they get into physical fitness.
Yeah.
And they might not know exactly what to do, but they know what they want to do.
They know what they want to do. They just don't know how to do it.
Correct.
Form is everything, man. And even me being a personal trainer, like I tell everybody, form is everything. If you're not doing the exercise right, then you're not doing the exercise at all. So form is everything. A lot of people want to go to the gym and just lift heavy weight immediately. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I remember when my very first time getting into the gym, I had a trainer. Now, I needed a trainer just so I can learn the equipment. That way I can learn my way around the gym. That's what I needed a trainer for. I've always been an athlete. I've always been big on exercise, big on staying in shape and things like that. But my first experience with my trainer in front of millions were at the gym, and he just had me lift the bar. And it was just the bar, bro. Right. And I'm a grown man at this time. I'm like, just the bar. We're not going to put no weight on there. He's like, nah, man, form is everything. Form is everything. So I had to bite that, I had to humble myself and just lift the bar. Right. But now I'm at a 315 bench press for one, 315 squat, 315 deadlift. So, and I wouldn't have been able to get to where I'm at now if I haven't perfected my form. Form is everything. Is going to, take away from injuries and everything like that. So you definitely want your form to be perfect before you do anything.
So if you were to, what kind of personal trainer do you think you are? You are a motivational? You are a one who takes no S? Or are you like, you're the passive aggressive where you know how your client may be. So you kind of bend and tell your client, like, how are you?
I'm a little bit of all of that. If I'm training somebody who's timid, that might be shy, I'll be able to pick up on that at the intake process. The minute I sit down with them and ask them questions and things like that, I'm gonna be able to feel this person out and see who they are, where they want to be, what their goals are when it comes to their fitness journey and things. But no, I'm definitely going to motivate you. People need that. People need to be motivated. People need to be encouraged. People need to be told that it's okay. We're going to go back and we're going to try again.
Right.
I tell people all the time, in order for you to evolve and become a better person, you first have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you don't grow. You don't evolve if you're just placing. You know what I mean? If you're just used to the same old, you don't grow that way. And you got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations for you to evolve.
And the uncomfortable situations are called pushing yourself.
Yeah.
To a place that you may have never been before.
Yeah.
So that's like, I know when I go in the gym, I know all the time I go in the gym, I'm 51.
Okay.
So me playing basketball may not be like to everybody else, like, why would you be playing basketball at 51?
Right.
But it's also something that I love.
Yeah.
And I like pushing myself.
Yeah.
I might play against somebody who's 25.
Yeah.
But I like to see where I'm at. So I push myself, put myself in, like what you say, uncomfortable positions.
Right.
So that's something you have to do in fitness, but it's also called challenging yourself, being able to challenge yourself, being able to be comfortable with uncomfortableness.
Yeah. You definitely want to challenge yourself. You never know how far you can go until you go there. You never know how much weight you can push until you push it.
Right.
But before any of that, it's called an attempt. You make an attempt to do it and see if you can do it. And if you feel like, you know what, I want to try it again, you try it again. If you feel like you want to go further, then you just go further.
And gyms have to be like a mindset.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. You got to be disciplined. You got to have that mindset.
When I say a mindset, I mean people like say they need a personal trainer, like to tell them, okay, so I got time at 6 o'clock to be there. So that's kind of like accountable. But it's hard for me, I can go to the gym. I don't need a partner or a trainer to tell me I want to go to the gym. Yeah. Like my body tells me I want to gym. So I got one of the questions is, how many days per week do you feel like it's good for a person to go to the gym? Like it's comfortable. Like you should, if you want to get the result that you're looking for.
Good question, man. It just depends on this type of person. It just depends on their time. It just depends on their life at the time. Me personally, I'm at the gym 6 days a week, 5 days a week. But if I'm working with somebody that got a busy schedule, I find out, how busy their schedule is. But I mean, like a typical workout for the average person, right? They work a 9 to 5. They get off at 5, maybe a half hour travel time to the gym, but then they want to be home by dinner. So I would say about 45 minutes to an hour. But then that's just working one muscle group. And that's sufficient. You can definitely see results and get the job done by working one muscle group each time you go to the gym. So, let's say if I'm only going for a chest day, half hour to 45 minutes for chest exercises.
How many times a week?
I would say 3.
Yeah.
I would say 3.
I would say 3. And if you feeling froggy.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It ain't hurting. If it ain't hurting, it ain't working.
Right. And you do need rest days.
Yeah, you need your rest days. Rest days is important.
And people don't understand like how I learned to go to the gym. When I first went to the gym, I didn't know anything.
Right.
I was going to the gym doing everything.
Yeah.
But when you restrict yourself to like, okay, I want to do today on Monday, I want to do chest, I want to do back, do leg. Okay, you got them 3 things. Okay, on Tuesday, I want to do abs, and I want to do cardio. Okay, that's Tuesday. Then Wednesday, you know what I mean? You could say I want to do what?
So my typical split, and if I'm training somebody, of course, timing is everything. So I'll see what their schedule entails and what their schedule, how that aligns or allows us to be able to hit the gym. But typical bro split for me, Mondays is chest and biceps.
Right.
Tuesdays is back and triceps. Right. And then Wednesdays, I'll do shoulders and traps. Thursdays is leg day. I hate leg day. So anytime I'm doing a leg day, I'm really trying to do all the leg exercises and get them out. So I'll squat, leg extensions, hamstring curls, of course. I'll get on that leg press machine. I'll hit that, do some sumo squats or whatever. But that day is pretty much dedicated to legs. And then Friday shoulders.
Friday shoulders.
Yeah.
Is it me? But after leg day, like your legs are just dead.
Bro, it is. And then a lot of the times, listen, the pain don't come until 2 days after the workout. Right. But listen, it got to be done. You don't want to be these guys walking around with chicken legs and you got this big upper half and, girls don't like that.
So I got a question I had a couple questions that I wanted to look up to see, for as fitness, what questions are people asking and want answers for? One of the questions came recovery. What recovery methods actually work? Sauna, cold plunge, or massage guns?
They all work. They all work good. And I suggest that you use all of them periodically. Cold plunges is the best. That's just going to speed up your recovery. It's going to reduce inflammation and things like that. And it got a lot of other benefits too, like skincare and things. Your mental, right? The infrared sauna, that speeds up the recovery process. It's great for your vascular system, opens up your veins, get that blood flow running real good. And of course, your massage guns too, because you want to get something in there to break up that fluid in your muscles, to get that fluid up out of there and get things going. So that's good too. I say do all 3 of them.
Okay. So is every recovery now important? Just as workout itself?
Yeah. 100%. Recovery is important.
Yeah.
Recovery is really important, especially sleep. The sleep is the most important part. I would say for me, because I'll get in the infrared, I'll get in the sauna. I don't do cold plunges. I won't lie. I chicken out. I did one cold plunge ever. It's just not for me.
Right.
I'm not doing it.
Right.
But sleep is the most important part, because when you sleep,
Right.
that's when your body recharges. It's just like your cell phone plugging it into that charger. So sleep is more important than the other two.
Okay. And it's something that's going around now that I wanted to touch on before we go. Peptide.
Peptide.
What are the pros and cons, or what is the new phenomenon that is going on with the peptides? Because I heard it from one of my homeboys. He don't even work out.
Yeah.
He not even a person who work out, but he was
Talking about peptides.
He was
Don't
telling
even
me
work
that
out.
peptides is the new move.
Yeah, no.
And I was like, okay, what are peptides? I've never heard of that before.
Peptides is amino acids, pretty much, you know?
Okay.
And peptides is in pretty much everything that we eat, the same way creatine and the same way protein is in everything we eat. It's just that we don't get enough of it, so we supplement, right?
Right.
Now, you got good peptides and you got bad peptides. I won't even say bad peptides. The reason I will say bad peptides is because then you get into that topic on steroids, right? HGH and things like that, you get that. But in all actuality, you know, you don't need none of that stuff to gain muscle. You don't need none of that stuff to recover. You don't need none of that stuff to be in shape. Now, if you want to use peptides for like healthier skin, healthier hair, maybe repair your gut lining, like probiotics and things like that, then yeah, definitely take that. That's a healthy supplement. It's a dietary supplement. I suggest taking that, especially if you're 40 plus. But for me, all I need is creatine. All I need is my protein shake. And the reason why I supplement on just those is because creatine helps muscle recovery. It helps rebuild your muscle. Protein, I'm 172 pounds. In order for me to gain muscle, I have to have 172 grams of protein in me a day. I don't get that just eating regular foods.
Do you think creatine is because you want to look like?
No, creatine just speeds up recovery. Creatine is no. I know a lot of people say creatine is like taking steroids, but listen, if you can go to a GNC or any vitamin supplement store and say, give me creatine, and they be like, yeah, what's your brand? You can't go into any supplement store and say, hey, give me test, give me HGH, give me Anabol, you know, because they don't have that stuff. You know what I mean? You got to buy that stuff. You either got to know a guy or you got to buy it overseas. No steroids.
Right.
But dietary supplements, you can get right at a GNC, right out of vitamin shop, you know.
Right. I took creatine when I was
younger. Man, keep taking it. Keep taking it. Even if you don't work out, I suggest, you know.
As 51-year-old, you think I should take
creatine? Take creatine, man, because it has so many benefits, man. I mean, like, it's research studies where say it's linked to helping people with Alzheimer's and things like that, you know, memory loss and things like that. So, I mean, like, they're giving it to senior citizens.
Creatine?
Yeah, they're giving it to senior citizens. 60 and up, 70 and up, they're giving them creatine. Creatine capsules. Take creatine. I tell everybody, take creatine. We don't get enough of it in the food that we eat, so that's why you got to supplement it.
Right.
Same as protein.
I've never heard that, but
yeah, man.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Yep.
I'm gonna go check that out.
It holds water. It helps speed up your recovery. Yep. You look fuller. You feel better.
To me, when I took it when I was younger, it made me look. It made me like I probably was like a 195 to a 200, but it made me look like I was 215, 220.
Yep, and that's that water retention. Right. But you want that though. You want the water retention. You want your muscles to be hydrated. You want to have good blood flow. You want to have that oxygen in your muscles, and you know you want your recovery time to be cut in half because you want to get back in the gym.
So with the creatine, so you would take creatine over peptides, is what you're saying?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I mean, listen, nothing beats healthy eating, nothing beats sleep, and nothing beats just, you know, working out, you know? As long as you're on top of your food, as long as you're dieting right, as long as you're not putting any harmful chemicals in your body, drinking soda, fast food, and things like that, you know, you good. No one needs peptides. You got the bodybuilder world out there and you got natural people, right?
Right.
For the bodybuilders, that's just what they do. You know, they want to put on mass, they want to put on muscle, they want to have low body fat percentages. I get it. I'm not knocking them at all. But there's so many side effects when it comes to using steroids. And the main one is just heart attack, stroke. and I don't want to have any of that. So I'm good where I'm at. I love being natural, genetics, whatever you want to call it.
I got because the peptides is such a mass subject.
Yeah.
I got another question on there, and the question is: if we fast forward 10 years, do you think peptides will become a natural part of preventative health care for men?
No, I think it's always going to be words. I mean, like, they're making a rise out of it. And the only reason why they're making a rise out of it is just because of certain athletes and certain bodybuilders that just talk about it. So, they're bringing the name out. But like I said, man, peptides ain't nothing but just a different block of amino acids. You know what I mean? Protein, amino acids. That's all that is, Our body makes it. Our body makes it. Like,
But you basically, from what I'm hearing, I'm just gonna sum it up from our interview that you are basically with old school.
Yeah, man.
Methods.
Yeah,
no
man.
new school. No,
yeah, man.
what is it? High rocks.
No. I mean, like I said, High Rocks is for whoever likes High Rocks.
No, and no peptides.
Yeah, High Rocks is for anybody who like High Rocks. I'm not knocking it. It is a form of exercise. It is going to increase your heart rate. It is going to keep you healthy. It'll help you lose weight and all of that stuff. So I'm not knocking High Rocks, but peptide. I'm not knocking peptides neither. For me, it's not for me. If I'm training anybody, I'm not going to recommend it for them either.
All right. So I got another question before we go. AI now are creating exercises, methods. What do you think about AI in the future? Maybe taking personal trainers out of
No. I mean, listen, right now anybody can YouTube, aka AI, right? Right now anybody can YouTube chest workout, and YouTube will bring up a ton of chest exercises.
Right.
That's AI in a sense, right? But as far as AI taking the place of a human trainer, that's never going to happen. Anybody can give anybody a workout plan. Anybody can give anybody a few exercises to do, write it down, send them a text message, but nothing is going to beat a personal trainer being there with you, showing you how to do it, correcting your form, and just motivating you to do the work, I don't mind working out by myself. When I first started my fitness journey, I wanted to have somebody work out with me only because I didn't want to look, dumb in the gym. So I wanted to have somebody with me that would look dumb with me in the gym. But that's why I had a trainer in the very beginning. Once I had my trainer and I had my gym IQ up and I knew how to work the equipment, it was easy for me to just go on my own. It was easy for me to go on my own. So no, I don't think AI is ever going to replace having a trainer. Anybody can go on a website. Anybody can YouTube any specific exercise that they want. And, they'll have a full week of workouts.
Okay. Well, this is Courtney Wise. We're here, Real Talk. I'm Myron Mitchell, and we want to let you know, fitness, men's health, and all things we're trying to get through to everybody. We're going to take this journey. I'm going to sign up for some workouts with Courtney. So, maybe you see me now, and then maybe in 60 days, you see me and see how I turn out. And then maybe you would like to get on, I'm giving your Instagram, YouTube, whatever, you know what I mean? Let them know where they can find you. You might want to get with them now.
See me on my Instagram is dropset_fitness0. TikTok, one word, dropsetfitness0. YouTube, one word, dropsetfitness0.
Okay. This has been Real Talk with Myron Mitchell and personal fitness with Courtney Wise. We're going to jump back into this and see, if you guys are out there taking your personal fitness seriously. Okay. This has been Real Talk with Myron Mitchell. We'll catch you on the next episode.